I want to share with you in this video 5 physical signs that might suggest that your Kundalini awakening is moving out of crisis and more into integration. While symptoms alone don't prove that integration is happening, they can be signs that the body is reorganizing or purifying or stabilizing. Integration is awakening, becoming part of daily life. Let's talk about the signs. One of the ones that you might think is a sign that you're moving in the wrong direction is increased sensitivity. And I meet some people and I work with some people in my coaching sessions that talk about being sensitive to everything. They can barely function in the world. I've met with more than one person who can't leave the house. This is sensitivity to foods, maybe even almost like an allergic reaction or rashes, sensitivity to noises, crowds, people's energy, stress, not being able to sleep because you're so sensitive to even the sheets touching you. You're sensitive to everything. And greater sensitivity doesn't necessarily mean that the awakening is going wrong. It's that you're waking up more. You're becoming more aware. You're less filtered. A good question to ask yourself is, am I becoming more conscious and more sensitive to what affects me? And how can I respond accordingly? How can I make adjustments in my life? That's much more helpful than wanting the sensitivity to go away. Another great one that can really indicate integration is Kriyas. Kriyas were a huge part of my journey. If you don't know what Kriyas are, they're movements of the body that are involuntary, spontaneous. Your whole body shakes, you might sway, you might make snake-like movements, or lift your head, lift your hands. They can be really fast and crazy and chaotic, or they can be really graceful. They can seem intentional. I know for me, I was doing full-blown yoga and yoga poses, and even things that I didn't know my body could do or wanted to do. I've even experienced Kriyas within the mind of thoughts that didn't make any sense or stories that were being told that had nothing to do with my life. Your body might be releasing tension and reorganizing itself. Different traditions explain Kriyas differently. Kriyas are actually talked about in all different cultures consistently. They talk about this in Christianity as the holy rolling or speaking in tongues. That's very possibly Kriyas. So just to briefly tell my Kriya story and how Kriyas really helped me to integrate this energy, and try this for yourself, please. I was on retreat with the community. Part of what I do when I am on retreat with our community is I go on retreat as well. I want to be in the same energy as all of the attendees. So I'll do the meditations with people. And one of the meditations that we do is a walking meditation. Before the meditation even started, I was standing and I'm just about to turn it on. And I said, I am not going to move until my legs move me. I surrender completely. Legs move me. I turn on the music and I'm listening to the walking meditation, and suddenly my legs moved me. No kind of effort whatsoever on my part. I was not consciously doing it. It felt like I was a torso gliding on robot legs. It was wild. And with some relaxing into this movement more and more, I would say things like, okay, I'm going to let the Kriyas take over while I'm grocery shopping. And I did. Actually, I think it was on the same retreat. I was like, okay, Kriyas, like, I'm letting go completely. Guide me to the right food for dinner. And I relaxed and let the Kriyas walk me over to wherever they wanted to. And I was walking and suddenly I stopped in the grocery store and the Kriyas turned me, meaning I was doing this spontaneously. It was all involuntary. They turned me and I was standing there looking at like these instant soups, and I was like, I'm not gonna make that for dinner. Like, I just don't eat that way. And my daughter came over. She was also at the grocery store with me, and she said, Mom, this is perfect, look. And she picked up this organic vegetable soup that looked really yummy. She's like, let's go get some vegetables, we'll make this. And I was like, perfect. It led me to the right dinner. When I learned to do that, when I learned to surrender and let the Kriyas take over completely, they did. They took over my life, and movements feel automatic now. There's no me doing things. it feels like it's all Kriyas. It's all involuntary, spontaneous movement. And I feel like this is what is meant in many different cultures, many different religions, spiritual paths, when they say there's no doer of actions, no agency, there's no decision maker. If you feel Kriyas in the body, something that I realized the other day is how they feel to me is almost like effortless floating. I used to do this trick when I was a kid where you stand in a doorway and you push your arms against the doorway for a minute or two, and then you relax and your arms float up and you don't even mean to. And I used to giggle at it when I was a kid. That is what the Kriyas feel like. They feel just absolutely out of your control. It's magical. A third sign, heat, tingling, vibrations in the head all throughout the body. You might experience heat or cold, tingling, pressure in different parts of the body, vibration, literally like parts of your body are vibrating, spinal currents. And I know for me, this almost felt like my spine was waving or wagging. In general, just energy or electricity moving through the body. And I think actually it's not a Kundalini awakening if you haven't felt any of these. This is probably the most common thing that people talk to me about, is this physical sensation, this physical awakening. You know, when your legs are asleep and you cross your legs for too long and you uncross them and they're numb. And then as they kind of come back online and wake up, they start to feel like ants are crawling. It's really uncomfortable. So your legs fell asleep. Now they're coming back to wake. You were asleep and now you're waking up and all of this energy is starting to flow again. I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't say, of course, I'm not a medical doctor, so make sure you go to the doctor if you feel like you need to. But more than likely, they're not going to find anything. And if you're having these sensations, it's working its way into your cells, into your body. It's becoming more and more of who you are naturally every day. Number 4 is breathing changes. This one really caught me off guard when it first started happening many years ago. I've been on this journey for over 30 years now, or just about 30 years. And when I first started experiencing that spontaneous breath retention or extreme shallow breathing, I almost wasn't breathing at all. I was like, what the heck is going on? And I worked with my teacher who told me, oh, that's really good. That's a great sign. And even going into breath of fire, like rapid breathing in and out, or spontaneous contractions called bandhas. So spontaneously contracting the pelvic floor or the abdomen. This is a way that we naturally, without even knowing it, push the energy up or encourage it. I don't ever want to say that we push. We don't want to push, but we encourage the energy upward. This is very, very good. If you're experiencing any of this, your body is regulating itself in new ways. And something that you might want to check in with is how you feel afterwards. When you go through a meditation and you've experienced this breath suspension or this really shallow breathing, do you feel clearer? Do you feel more peaceful? That's great. That's guidance. That's all you need to know. And number 5, probably the one that will most feel puzzling, like how in the world is this a sign that I'm becoming more integrated, is exhaustion, fatigue, followed by usually, if you pay attention, for a lot of people, periods of deep peace and bliss. There's this cycle of intensity and then recovery. Think of all that's being rewired. Oh my goodness, this awakening is affecting everything about you, all of who you are, and your entire life. And not because it's actually reorganizing your entire life. It's not like the world is different. It's that the world you know is different. You're waking up to things that you were totally blind to before. If you're feeling exhausted, it means the energy is doing what it's meant to do. During integration, it's not like the energy just stops moving. The energy is still moving. You might feel some fear, but it's starting to decrease. Fear about the Kundalini awakening process or about things like death or physical pain, that will start to be reduced just through becoming more conscious of who and what you truly are, which is not a body or so much more than that. Keep in mind that this is a cycle. It's a process. The body will have intense symptoms, and then there might be a release, and then you're nice and calm, you're nice and stable, maybe you feel bliss, and then it starts up again. And it is that way for quite a while until it's worked through for the most part, and then you have sort of a stabilization, a peace, which, by the way, please check out the Kundalini Awakening assessment below. It'll tell you what stage you're in, and then I'll send you information about each stage, what happens in that stage, how to get to the next stage, how to listen to this Kundalini Awakening and allow it to be a guide for you depending on the stage you're in. It's like a podcast specifically for you and what stage you are in, and it's totally free. So check it out in the link in the description below. And if you pay attention, if you're really, really sensitive, you'll notice that you probably feel physically lighter. You feel a little bit more present, a little bit more aware of things you weren't aware of. You might have more and more insights. Maybe you're making even just slightly better choices in your life. You will become more and more awake. You're waking up from the dream of ignorance and separation. Integration happens more and more through stability, through resilience, through presence, through patience, and through peace. The real sign of progress is not going to be some intense experience. It's going to be that you feel more regulated and more normal. And remember, you can work with this energy. Don't fight it. Instead, open up, listen to its guidance, ask, how can I serve you? How can I make this journey easier for the Kundalini energy? How can I purify my body? How can I eat? How can I move? How can I interact with the world so that I remain a pure vessel for this energy to move through without effort? Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure that you take the assessment. It's in the description below.